New technologies, I would say, aren't really that new. They're probably new to healthcare, but not new to IT or other industries. So there's a lot of things around banking and use of data to provide valuable information, turn into knowledge, so that both the clinicians and business users can actually take that information and make the right decisions at the right time. But things that we are doing is RFID technology to track both items around the organisation, but also to keep track of patients, staff, and from a staff perspective, it's more around. That's all right. From a staff perspective, it's more around the. Oh, I've got it in my head. Come on. From a staff perspective, it's around the nurse presence. So acknowledging and identifying where a patient is or where a staff member is in relation to a patient if they do a nurse call, and then we can send the right staff member to the right patient. Once again, it makes the patient experience a lot better for the patient, which is what we're all about. Other technologies, it's really around the infrastructure, so ensuring that you have the right infrastructure in place to enable the future, because we don't really know what the future holds, so we want to ensure that we have the foundation for the future. One of the biggest barriers come down to money. At the end of the day, healthcare is putting more money into the care of patients and less money into the supporting technologies that enable that. That will change because it has to change, but that's the biggest barrier. The other barrier I come across every day is clinicians not really understanding what's possible. So they see a shiny thing at a conference and they come and they want it, but they don't know what problem they're going to solve with it, so we have to try and implement something that we don't know the outcome for. So trying to get the clinicians involved in all the decisions to ensure that we're all working in the same direction to produce the same outcome is key, and that is a definite barrier at this point in time. In my teams, I have a lot of clinicians involved in the IT function of a business, and they really are the voice or the bridge between the technology and the business, and they bring the knowledge and experience from a clinical perspective and apply that to all the technology that we purchase. Along with that, we have clinicians on our evaluation teams when we look at new technology. An example, for our electronic medical record, we had 132 people on our evaluation panel looking at that technology, and they were involved over months and were very engaged in the process, and that was from doctors, nurses, including like VMOs, as well as employed doctors, and all over the business, and they were very engaged in it. But getting them involved, getting them to have an opinion and have a voice is key to the outcome. To future-proof in the design phase is quite a challenge. It comes down to setting the foundation, so putting in the right networks, putting in wireless, putting in what you need to ensure that you have the right GPOs or PowerPoints, you have enough data points. Because one of the key things that seems to happen in projects is two words called value management. And value management usually means we're trying to cut cost. And whenever they cut cost, they cut things that you would class as normal or basic infrastructure, such as network ports and PowerPoints. What happens then is when you come into the build, you realise you have less than what you need, and it costs more money in the build to put them in after the fact. So it's about understanding where things are going, but being open to putting in more than what you think you need in the first place.